Good afternoon, traders. This is Tony D from the Easymarkets dealing room in Sydney. An update for today. We have a fairly risk-on mood overnight. We saw stock markets in the US rally around about 200 pips there in the Dow. Now, the impetus and the drive here, stimulus package announced from China to shore up its economy there. It's been faltering a little bit in confidence. That really helped drive sentiment throughout the US session. Also, you did hear news of subsidies to US farmers affected by tariffs. That also helped drive up some of the agricultural stocks, and in general as well, you saw nice beats there on earnings from some of the largest companies in the world, including Google, which did help rise up the Nasdaq as well. So you do see the market in a risk-on mood. It's best expressed through stock markets, and if you're checking the Aussie dollar, had a nice rally all the way up to towards 74.50, but it has been reversing very quickly this morning as the latest CPI print came in a little softer than expected. Really did cause a rejection at the top end of the recent range. Aussie dollar is quite comfortable orbiting the 75 level at the moment. And so traders will be watching towards that 73.80 to 73.60 level, see if support comes in. But the top side for the short term anyway is a little bit more controlled right now, just because of that miss there. But overall, the sentiment is improving, so risk assets are going to do better. And commodity currencies should do better there, because any sort of China stimulus package definitely is the sort of news that Aussie bulls want to hear, as we are such a big exporter to China for the raw commodities used in such stimulus. Now, if you're talking about the euro and the pound, the euro had a very quiet night. About a 40 pip range for the whole day. A small rally at the start on strong PMIs was faded pretty quickly there. It didn't really move much further away from that 117 level than that 20 pip range. And then you had the pound, which managed to muster a little bit more of a sustained rally all the way up to 131.50. Now, the pound is getting a little bit of support here from news that May is going to be leading these negotiations from now on. A little bit of a take control, positive attitude there does help some of the more bearish sentiment. But you are seeing a lot of mixed headlines regarding Brexit. A lot of hurry up and get a deal coming from the Europeans and business leaders. So there is still a lot of uncertainty, and the chances of no deal do increase each day that there is in progress. So it's something there that is a constant little dark cloud over the pound. Even with the chances of a rate hike at the Bank of England meeting in August being pretty strong still, without a deal, it is really hard to see a sustained rally. And if anything, further uncertainty regarding no Brexit deal may cause the Bank of England to hold off, and we know what happened last time they did that. The pound got heavily sold off as traders started to push back rate hike expectations. That being said, there is a lot of data coming out this week and next week for the pound, and if you're talking about the big news looking forward, a lot of traders are now looking towards the EU Trump summit tonight, trade summit. Now they're looking for some way forward here in their trade negotiations. They don't really want to start a trade war between the US and China, US and Europe. But Trump has threatened to put tariffs on the major export from Europe, which is their cars, and we'll see exactly how they try to get around that. Europe has warned US not to put a gun to their head as they start negotiations, but you are seeing Trump being pretty aggressive stance to begin with, so it may be a little bit harder to see these first day of big talks between the EU president Trucker and Trump come away with something nice. It is likely to be a lot of headlines today from the US session. And then you do have the ECB tomorrow, which we'll spend a little bit more time on tomorrow in the update going on about. If you have time and you're watching this today and you want to sign up to the webinar tonight, I will be going over it more in depth on each of the majors and a few of the crosses to be in play in August. You can come through on that link below. Sign up. It is free for traders at Easymarkets and those who are not. If you want to get a little bit more of a feel of the service you can get from the dealers here in Sydney to help you with your trading, it'd be good to come along to one of those webinars to get a bit more experience of our market updates.